Let's make the baby do the magic hand thing. Come on, baby. Do the magic hand thing.
Almighty, this is Stewie, boy.
What up, everybody? It's your boy, Kung Fu Hebrew Salty, coming at you with another Monday show of the Salty Show. At this time, man, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And like I said, man, we're going to get right into it. I'm not feeling my best today, so I'm going to try to get through the show. What was I going to say real quick? Yeah, StreamYard is having an issue with uploading videos, so I'm not going to have the best of the internet tonight and a couple of other things I wanted to do. Just in case I got to sneeze, I had a nice little thing for that, but I might just have to click something else just in case I feel the urge to sneeze, because yeah, you don't want to sneeze on camera and it could be all bad. So let me just get right into it, man. Welcome everybody to the show, man. Y'all go ahead and let me know in the chat where y'all checking in from. But let's go ahead and get into this big ball energy.
Game over. Big ball energy. I got that big ball energy. Big like a Humvee, thick like an oak tree, wide like the Red Sea, fat like the Squisky, hairy like a goatee. I got that big ball energy. I got that big ball energy. I got that big ball energy.
Right, no doubt, man. Let's get right into it. A lot of people been, the biggest story out of the NBA, I guess, right now is not the number one draft pick. It's not really a lot of the major trades, but the biggest story coming out of the NBA right now has got to be Bronny James and his performance, right? Seen a lot of memes, seen a lot of funny videos and things like this, but I'm just going to kind of hit, maybe it's something that we might not, I'm not going to say we might not understand, but it might be something that I'm not going to even say we're not even understanding, but I'll just put this up. Bronny James is still LeBron James' son. At the end of the day, you can hate on him. You can say maybe he don't deserve to be there. Like I thought, when I was really sitting back and thinking about it, I said, I mean, you got to think about that from not necessarily from a relationship and do a comparison to your father, but just sit back and think about that for a second. We've seen the Summer League games. We've seen the video clips. We've seen him play. And a lot of people say, he's not. But, people like other shows like maybe a Gilbert Arenas would say that, nobody plays well in the Summer League. So it could be a little bit of both. Who knows? But at the end of the day, he's still going to be LeBron James. So it might sound like I'm not taking pity on him or anything like that, but I just want to put things in perspective. So as much as a lot of people want to beat up on him, and honestly, I probably would if StreamYard could upload video clips tonight, but since they can't, I'm going to have to take this day because it is what it is. But at the end of the day, he's still LeBron James' son. He always going to be LeBron James Jr. He got an $8 million contract to probably not even play that much. Kind of put things in perspective if you want to do a comparison to probably how your life is or what your father did for you, but I don't know. Shout out to LeBron James. Like I said, not a fan, but I'm a fan of the man, not a fan of the player, if that makes sense. From all accounts, he seems to be a good father, decent husband, things like that. So shout out to him, man, for being able to do what a lot of people couldn't do. So as much as we like to laugh at the memes, at the end of the day, he's still and always going to be LeBron James' son. So just think about that as you go to work the next day, or you go home to your one bedroom, wherever you live at, right? Just think about that for a second. So we might want to laugh, but at the end of the day, is this really? I'm not gonna say it's a big deal for Bronny, right? Because I don't want to make it seem like he's not trying or he's not into the game. But at the end of the day, you have to take that into consideration. Next. Will Team USA win the gold? All right, on this picture, we got Kawhi Leonard, who was replaced by Derek White. And Kevin Durant might be getting replaced because he had an injury as well. But I don't think so. I'm going to go against what I'm thinking. And hopefully I'm wrong. Because then if they do win gold, then guess what? Just like a lot of people in the comment sections like to tell me how I'm wrong on a daily basis. Which I appreciate it, right? Because, get y'all in the algorithm and I appreciate it. But I don't think they're going to win gold. I feel like the rest of the world is catching up to us in basketball. And right now, we're just not playing dominant dream team style where you expect to beat every team by 50 points. I've already looked at some of the spreads. And I think we're favored over Serbia by 13. And South Sudan by like 30 something. But once again, are these, Serbia maybe, but this is just some of the pre-lines that have already came out. So I'm going to say no. I'm going to say they won't even medal just because of what happened last year at the FIBA championships, right? Even though that wasn't the same team, even though a lot of the players on this team weren't on that team, I'm just going to say no. They're not going to win gold. They're not going to even win a medal just because, honestly, that's going to be the better story. Why is USA basketball failing? Why is basketball in America failing? Is it AAU's fault? Is it the high school's fault? Is it the coaching? It'll provide a lot more, honestly, content because if they just go in there and win, then, it's like, yeah, shout out to USA for showing dominance. But at the end of the day, I'm going to take the opposite side because I've already expressed my disappointment with Joel Embiid being on the team, not because I don't think he's a good player, but because he was born in Cameroon, and I want this to be an All-American team, period. You know what I mean? It's no disrespect to Cameroon. It's no disrespect to Joel Embiid, but when you see basketball has been something that, you know, black men especially could hang their hat on for decades. Like, if we can't do anything else, we should be dominating basketball. So the fact that we gotta bring in some, in quotation, I know he's a citizen, but in quotation marks, outsiders to hopefully try to bring in the gold, I'm gonna take the opposite side. I'm not wishing for them to lose, but if they lose and make me right, I appreciate it. But anyway, man, let's get right into it, man. Like I said, I'm not gonna keep you long because I'm not feeling great, but I still want to do a show tonight, even though I'm a little disappointed they won't let me load all my video clips. Y'all know what time it is, man. Let me go ahead and get my song playing real quick because I gotta get into this House of the Dragon. Shout out to y'all know, man, my favorite character, man, King Patches. If you watched the last episode, King Aegon wasn't looking too great. Like I said, somehow, some way he survived that fall, even though they had the lady in episode, in last year, she fell off her horse and died. But apparently you can survive being burned by the most powerful dragon in Westeros and falling about 300-400 feet. I guess the dragon at the last moment must have, you know, pulled up or slowed it with his wing. I don't know, but apparently the dragon didn't make it. But apparently the king is still alive in the episode. So now we got my dog King Patches, and I'm not really liking the energy towards my dog King Patches, man. I feel like I'm not going to say everything he's done was justifiable, but what I will say is for the show, it is justifiable because he's one of the people where he say, I don't clap first, I clap back. You understand what I'm saying? He got bullied by them when he was younger. So yeah, I'm not saying he should have killed Luke, but you know what I mean? Like, you bullied the wrong one. I'm not saying he should have tried to kill his brother and take the throne, but when you know the person that you're bullying is the next in line to the kingdom, and he's also on the biggest dragon, he already beat Christian Cole in a sparring match, so he's probably going to say he's the best weapon on the green side of the equation. You probably wanted to leave him alone. You probably didn't want to go into the brothel and, like I said, have your boy, I don't know, they didn't show it, sleep with his favorite prostitute, whatever, right? You probably wasn't a good move. But shout out to my dog. I'm just hoping by the next episode, King Aegon was his big brother, his big little brother. Hopefully he'll be dead so we can have King Aemon, or King Patches, as I like to call him, for the rest of the season. I really, like I said, he's my favorite character, so I'm a little scared now because now I'm like, oh shoot, if he's the king, they might try to get him up out the paint, because I feel like there's going to be a showdown between Queen Alicent somehow's got to get back power, and it's going to be Queen Alicent versus Rhaena. You know what I mean? Queen Rhaena from the black side, right? So that's what I think is going on there. Corlys got a baby mama. So once again, in complete cliche fashion, and I understand in Game of Thrones, the men are known for having bastards, but it's just funny because they're black, so they don't have. He got a baby mama, so it's just funny in that way. But Corlys has a baby mama. We haven't figured out who it is. His wife died in the last episode, and I think he's going to become the hand of the king. She already sent it to him, but you know, he was kind of being sad. But once again, Game of Thrones is making sure that in House of the Dragon they explain why these group of people, those people, right? Why there's nobody that looks like them anywhere in Westeros in the 8 seasons of Game of Thrones we got, because he got played. You know what I mean? I believe his granddaughter came up to him and he was like, "Hey, I'd love to make you my heir," and she basically said, you know, like Kendrick Lamar, not like us. I'm not like y'all, you know what I mean? I'm not a Valerian, I'm a Targaryen, you know. I'm blood and fire. You're what did she say? Ocean and salt or something like that, you know what I mean? So she basically just said, basically guaranteeing that there won't be a black person on the throne. But I think something's gonna happen with his son. I believe his name is Alan Waters. Something's gonna happen with him. And he's gonna try to do something to make him the heir, but I believe Jace is going to end up having him killed. And if you know, I think his name is Jace, which is Rhaenyra's eldest son, who's pretty annoying. Like I said, a lot of characters. It's not really anybody, in my opinion. I don't know how you just don't like Patches, but it's really no other characters really to like because they're all trash. But yeah, that's about it, man. So let me get on to this next one because we got The Boys finale coming up on. Got The Boys finale on Thursday. So let me get into that real quick. And this is just my finale prediction. A-Train will save the day and die. Even though I think he ran off with his family, for some odd reason, they've been trying to give him this redemption story. So I feel like A-Train is going to try to come back and save the boys in some way possible. I still think Frenchie is going to die. That was one of my earlier predictions. But now I think probably Frenchie and A-Train are going to die. So that's what I'm looking at happening right now. Let's see. And The Boys. So I think the season finale, I think that was episode 7. So it should have 8 episodes. If they got 10, once again, I'll be wrong again, and I'll be back for 2 more episodes. But that's what I see happening. They might manage to get Ryan away from Homelander. I don't think it's going to happen, but we'll see. In the Acolyte, man, we got some Wookiee Jedi action, kind of, right? Because I had talked about this earlier, and I had said that, shout out to everybody checking in. I said, we got some Wookiee Jedi action the last time, kind of, right? But this time, it's like we finally got to see what happened in the other episode when it was at the Witch's Coven and all of that other stuff was going on. But to me, this was just another lazy episode because you didn't really get a lot more background than what you really got, you know, in the episode where they didn't show what happened. The only thing you got was kind of a Wookiee fight, but he was possessed. So to me, that don't even really count, but I'm pretty sure somebody online, or if you go watch some other shows, they might have been hyped for it. I was disappointed. But so yeah, we got a little bit of Wookiee Jedi action. And yeah, man, you can comment later on. Did you like it? Was it satisfying for you? What did you think of it? Can Deadpool save the MCU? I don't know. I think Deadpool has always kind of existed outside of the Marvel properties a little bit because it was rated R until they did like Logan and things like that, right? But I feel like Deadpool's kind of existed outside of the MCU that we know with the like Avengers and all of those first, you know, the first bunch of movies that we got to see, like your Captain America, your Iron Man, your Thor, all of those different things. I feel like it's kind of lost something, and I feel like they're now trying to go back because I believe, and I just read this, that Chris Evans is going to come back as Captain America to reprise his role in either a series or a movie. I'm not quite sure, but it's like they're trying to bring back what made it good, but I don't really know. I feel like they had too many flops, like what's his name? Didn't like Ant-Man and Quantumania. I already explained that because if you can beat the greatest villain ever with Ant-Man, that's a bad look. The Eternals was garbage. So, you know, they just haven't, you know, outside of Spider-Man, I believe No Way Home, everything really has just been mediocre. Shang-Chi was mediocre. A lot of the one with Doctor Strange and the awful movie. So I don't know. I'm hoping this movie is decent because honestly, Deadpool 2 wasn't as good as Deadpool 1. So I don't know. I'm hoping that the MCU can be saved because I do like the comic books, but everything had their run. You know, some people grew up on Star Trek, Star Wars. I mean, we obviously Star Wars might just have had its run as well, but at the end of the day, that's just what it is. Captain America 4 trailer debut. So if you watch that or whatever the case may be, I don't know. It looks like it could be decent, but trailers always are known to kind of disguise some things a little bit. You understand what I'm saying? So it looks like it's got a plot. They done got Indiana Jones playing in it. I don't know if he's going to be the president or he might be Ross, because the original guy who played him died. So I believe he's going to be General Ross in this. And in the trailer, spoiler alert, it kind of shows Isaiah Bradley, who was not the original Captain America, but he was like the black super soldier. If you watch the Captain America and the Falcon and Winter Soldier series on Disney Plus, then they went to Isaiah Bradley's house. And you remember they got stopped by the police, and y'all remember all of that stuff. And Stop It Center, y'all remember some of the stuff from there. I thought it was still cool, but you know, they just need to get back to making comic book movies. But so far, it looks decent. I'm not gonna say anything else. Yeah, man, he said it looks a lot like Secret Invasion, and that's what I'm afraid of, because Secret Invasion was. Thank you for reminding me how bad Secret Invasion was, because only in Marvel would they try to make us care about a relationship between Nick Fury and the Skrull. But outside of that, I don't know. I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping the MCU can kind of make a rebound. I don't know. We're just going to have to wait and see. But speaking of Disney, I want to show y'all this. These are some of the people who grew up in Disney. Now, I know the last one on the right is a joke, but think about this, man. That's So Raven. You know, Orlando Brown is not looking like he's in the greatest mental state right now. And Raven, if she's still going by Raven, or if she's just, I don't know, just Ray now, or whatever. But yeah, it's not looking that great for the young Disney stars, what they ended up turning out to be when they grew up. So a lot, I'm not saying, well, yeah, a lot of them kind of turned out crazy. So, you know, you can probably even throw Miley Cyrus in there too. Whatever you think of Miley Cyrus or Hannah Montana, I don't know if she goes on the list too, but you might have your thoughts about Miley Cyrus as well. But yeah, Disney has not been doing a good job. Got a couple little topics I'm gonna hit real quick. Then I'm gonna do I call it the best looking women in the WNBA, because I know they get a bad rap for being just a bunch of masculine looking lesbians, and a lot of them are right. But you know, I've dug deep, and you know, through a lot of research and effort that I put in, you know, I had to spend my time trying to look for beautiful women in the NBA, WNBA, and I think you might be pleasantly surprised. But you know, at the end of the day, everybody didn't make the list. So let me know in the comments section, who do you think I left off? Who do you think should have made the list? Who wasn't on the list? And I think everybody on this list is heterosexual as well. I hope so, because if they're not, it's some of them, it's a waste of some great DNA. But real quick, I thought this was funny, because since I couldn't have a video, kind of my best of the internet was growing up as a kid calling the front seat. Man, kind of brought back some memories of, you know, how you would try to fight just to sit up front in the car, man. So when I saw this, and I said, well, if I can't have any video footage tonight, then maybe I can just get some funny pics and whatnot. So I just thought this kind of brought back memories of, you know, calling front seats and running to the front seat. And, you know, I remember we used to be sitting on each other trying to sit in the front. It used to be a funny thing looking back on it, how we used to sometimes not fight, but sometimes it did get a little violent. But, you know, trying to sit in the front was a big deal back in the day. So I just wanted to put that up here. Next, I got reality star Rachel Lindsay has offered to pay her ex-husband $9,882 a month in spouse support to end their public divorce. He declined and asked for $16,000, and allegedly, he says, I deserve to keep my same lifestyle he demands. $10,000 a month, $120K a year. I mean, I don't know what his finances is like, but honestly, I'm gonna say I don't necessarily say I respect it, but this is what happens with what I've been asking for a long time. Equality for women is a great thing because these type of things are going to begin to happen. Because as the scales balance, right? That's what you wanted. So you should be treated equally in the courts, in the judicial system, in the family courts, and all those other things that come along with it. So I think it's a little ridiculous that he might be asking for 16, but I almost think it's a joke. I really don't think it's a real quote that he said that, but that's a lot of things that women will say. But there's a divorce. I want to keep my same level of lifestyle that I'm accustomed to, even though you don't have the man attached to the lifestyle. So in this case, the man is saying, I want the lifestyle that I had attached to the woman. So I think it's interesting. Kind of another trendy thing that's been going around is Chris Brown. Everybody's been seeing the Chris Brown with sometimes your girl scooping them up, picking the legs up, very, very friendly with some of these young ladies who paid a good $1,000 to get a picture taken with them or whatever the case may be. But I don't know if this is a joke, but I thought it was funny. But allegedly, one of the friends of the show, my boy Boosie, was like, shoot, he want to get in on it too. So instead of charging $1,000, he only charged $100, and you get your picture taken with Boosie. You know what I mean? So Boosie was taking pictures with his fans as well, in the same way that a Chris Brown was. So I'm a little disappointed in the internet that they didn't come at Chris Brown, and nobody posted angry memes about the boyfriend of those women being upset that Boosie was all over their girl, disrespected. Those women are being very disrespectful to their man at home and things like that. So maybe it's just Chris Brown. I don't know. But shout out to Boosie. Real quick, man, I think the biggest story of the weekend was the alleged attempt on the life of former President Donald J. Trump, man, and the J stands for Jamal. Yeah, I've seen a lot of takes, right? I've seen a lot of breakdowns. I've seen a lot of video footage. I've seen a lot of, bullet trajectories and different types of theories and things like that. But on this show, I don't really like to talk about politics unless it's funny. So I'm not going to really give my opinion on it. I'm just saying I'm glad to see the man was uninjured, because at the end of the day, regardless of what your political alignment is, you shouldn't wish death on your political opponent. Like, I mean, I had Joe Biden up here asleep last week, but sleep is different from dead. I had Trump with his hair or toupee or whatever you want to call it, kind of, blowing in the wind. That's different than having his wig knocked off. You understand what I'm saying? So, in the pursuit of funny, I was just like, I'm just going to share with you the best memes because we do know he's okay. So, I'm going to say, well, now that we know he's okay, it's fair game. So, these are the best memes I saw all week. Oh, man, good old Ricky from Menace to Society, man. So, they got Donald Trump running in a straight line because it's amazing how a former running back didn't zigzag, juke, spin move, nothing. Just a straight line drive as he got shot. This right here I thought was funny because, a lot of times or sometimes the right, the conservatives, like talk about being family people and, they're concerned about their values and their Christian values and things like that. So having half-naked girls with an F Biden flag and throwing up the bird, I just thought this was great because it kind of, don't get me wrong, the Democrats and the liberal side of things are terrible too. But, I just say, when you want to stand on morality, gotta be careful. I'm not saying this represents everybody, but once again, I think it's ridiculous that you got your kids shooting the bird because, first of all, they shouldn't even be involved in politics. They don't even know what they're doing. But let's keep going. Good old Trump. as Neo from the Matrix. I thought that was kind of funny. This one. Basically, people who believe that Trump is lying, they have compared the old Trumpster to Juicy Smollett, who everybody should know at this point was definitely not telling the truth in his alleged assault. And that's already, I mean, it's already been proven that in court. And, you know, the gay Tupac and what else did he say? And then even like he said, you know, before he went to jail, for however long he went to jail, not long, he was like, you know, he's perfect. He did not hurt himself. He doesn't want to harm himself just because maybe they thought they were going to Epstein him, but it is what it is. Of course, all the 50 Cent memes, you know, get rich or die trying, which brought up my old, this right here, the 50 Cent with the with the Donald Trump here, but you got to remember, they are friends. So do that. And then last but not least, because this is what always seems to happen. They always say things were predicted by The Simpsons, but some memes going on the internet actually have the date on there. Those are fake, so please don't believe the hype with that. But once again, they didn't get it done. But like I said, real quick. So that's gonna be it right there. The next thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and go through these the most beautiful women in the WNBA, in my opinion. And I think I'm pretty good. I think I'm a good judge of women. You know what I mean? So you can at home, you can say, and I'm gonna add Cameron on this. See if maybe he would respond. And maybe he might like my list. Maybe he might to use it. Maybe some of the people on this list got left on, who got left off. But because Cameron said he was paying fine, I called this. These are the finest women in the WNBA. First off, good old Dee Richards, man. She is 6'2", 164 pounds. You look on the left, she looks like she's doing some runway modeling, because a lot of these women are tall. So you should also expect them to be models. But since they play basketball all the time, you should also expect for their what's up under those jerseys and shorts and sometimes, you know, Nikes and such, should be a pretty toned, nice looking body underneath there. So shout out to Dee Richards, man. She plays for the Washington Mystics. Shakira Austin, man, a tall glass of light skinned fine. She is 6'5", 190 pounds, out of the University of Washington. If you want to, you can follow her at Curly Kira on Instagram. But once again, man, you know, like I said, if fellas out there, you trying to climb that mountain, then I feel like she's a very attractive young lady, you know what I mean? So she probably could do some modeling as well, because she's 6'5", but you know, it is what it is. Maya Caldwell, man, 5'11", she a little cutie pie to me. 5'11", 160 pounds. She plays for the Dream. So you know, I didn't put their ages on there, but I think they're anywhere between 24 and like 34. So if you want to follow her, you can follow her at IG_Maya Caldwell_. Thought she was a cutie pie, man. You know, shout out to the chocolate women out there. But she made my top list. And she also played for the Dream. So home team, man, stand up. It's nice to see you. But you know, I'm gonna have to go catch a Dream game. You know, if they looking like this, I don't know how she look on the court, but how she look at the beach, and gotta love the good old bathroom pick. But not bad, man. This could get some more ratings to the WNBA. Just nice, smile, beautiful women. Cheyenne Parker Tyus, she is married, and I believe she's a mother as well. But she is 6'4", 190 pounds. Another Dream star. So shout out to her husband, man, because I believe she is married. And yeah, so if you want to follow her, _born_queen. So shout out to that brother, because his wife made the list. So shout out to him. Aerial Powers, another Dream, and this was like, you know, 5'11", 170 pounds. She plays for the Dream as well. You can tell she does some modeling on the left. Like I said, nice little, brown skin, little cutie with the curly hair and all that good stuff. You can follow her at Ariel_Powers23 on Instagram. Michaela Oyenwere, got a little thing for the chocolate women, man. So I thought this was a good look. 6 foot, 178-pound forward for the Chicago Sky. I believe she's probably Nigerian, but I'm not quite sure. But I'm pretty sure she's, like I said, good luck, man. 6 foot, 178. If you want to, you can follow her. IG is Michaela_O21. Dejanay Carrington. This 5'11", 175-pound young lady plays for the Connecticut Sun. It's not the Suns. I know a lot of people say that, but it's single. It's like the Stanford Cardinal, not the Cardinals. But anyway, she plays for the Connecticut Sun. And if you want to, man, I think she's one of the more attractive women on this list. But if you want to, you can follow her at Dejanay_. JC Sheldon. So I had to keep it kind of equal. So I was trying to, balance some things out. But I feel like, black men, white men, 5'10", 140 pounds out of Ohio State. I feel like this is the classic white American, middle America looking girl right here, man. You know what I'm saying? So if you like, if you like it like this, then, it's cool. I wanted to keep it fair and balanced. I mean, the majority of them going to be black women, but I figured if I could find a couple of white girls in there too that I felt were attractive enough to make the list, then hey, it is what it is, man. But she plays with the Dallas. Oh my goodness, not the Dallas. I messed this up. Somebody got off me. It's not the Mavericks. It's not the Stars. It's the Dallas. She played for Dallas, man. I forget their name, man. But anyway, I ain't gonna even mess it up because I don't feel like having another dude with a golden retriever avatar telling me that telling me that I guess I'm doing. I don't know the thing, but if it comes back to me, I'll tell you. I just know it's got a horse with like a sword. I don't know. Anyway, Kelsey Plum, man. If y'all didn't know, man, she was dating former Georgia Tech wide receiver / tight end Waller, right? I think he used to play for the Oakland Raiders, but I felt Kelsey Plum needs to make the list, man. 5'8", 145 pounds, shooter from she played with the Las Vegas Aces. And if you want to follow her, man, her IG is Kelsey Plum 10. Once again, if I find them and they hetero, I'm probably gonna throw them on the list if they decent. I think this is another decent looking white girl. Cameron Brink. Now this is a tall glass of supermodel-esque type woman. You understand what I'm saying? I believe she went to the University of Stanford. She's 6'4", 170 pounds. Like you say, a tall drink of water. She got the supermodel body. She has the supermodel look in the face and things like that. So even if her WNBA career don't work out, she'll definitely have a long career in modeling. She does a lot of modeling right now. But if you want, you can follow her at Cameron Brink 22 on IG. Rakia Jackson. She's a forward, 6'2", 175 pounds, plays for the Los Angeles Sparks. And if you want to follow her, like I said, another cutie on here, man. I'm starting to look at my list, and a lot of women appear to be chocolate, but that's how I like them, But yeah, her IG is going to be r.ickea. Skylar Diggins-Smith, man, one of the GOATs, man. If y'all remember when she first kind of hit the scene, probably like 12 years ago, Lil Wayne was rapping about her. She's married now. So respect. I'm not really gonna go too deep into that or anything like that, but she's a guard, 5'9", 140 pounds, from the Seattle. I'm just gonna blame it on being sick, because the Seattle Storm, right? Because a lot of these mascots and stuff are failing me right now, but I'm just gonna blame it on being a little bit under the weather. But if you want to, you can follow her at Skylar Diggins-Smith. Tia Cooper. Someone who I thought was so fine that even though she's a free agent, she had to make the list. But 5'8", 160 pounds. I believe she was messing with Dwight Howard for a little bit. But even though she ain't even on the team right now, I just felt like not putting her on the list would be a tragedy, especially when you see people like, Brittany Griner in the WNBA, who's just not making a lot of men really want to come to the game, even though she's dunking. So that is the reason why some men will come to the game, but you can see much better dunks in the NBA. But if you want to follow her, you can follow her at t.cooper2 on IG. So yeah, man, that is the WNBA calendar. Like I said, I went over Trump. I went over Wolverine versus Deadpool, House of the Dragon. Caught everybody up to that. Shout out to people checking in late. Hey, it's all good that you checked in or whatever the case may be, man. I appreciate everybody coming through. Like I said, man, I'm apologizing. I'm just trying to get through the show. So far, so good. Shout out to Sis for the cocktail that she told me to get. Pause.
What are your thoughts?
Pause. First of all, pause.
Yo, that's past
crazy.
Pause, man.
That was a 2-game suspension, dock of pay.
Yeah.
The recipe to try to get over whatever I'm dealing with right now, man. I just want to say, man, one thing I do appreciate my youngest sister, because I am feeling a lot better. I haven't been sneezing all day, but yeah, like I said, I'm a little bit disappointed at StreamYard because I couldn't upload all of my videos and I couldn't do everything that I wanted to do tonight. But once again, man, I just want to say shout out to her because, with the soup and the ibuprofen and the Tylenol flu, like feeling a little bit better. You know what I mean? Hopefully I'll have this thing all the way knocked out by Friday. We do the worst podcast. Y'all know what that is. That's with my boy Birdie. That's every Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be a show you don't want to miss because he is coming with all of the conspiracies. He's coming with all the bullet angles, and you already know whatever the main topic is, we're going to probably talk about it, but it ain't going to be the whole show. Y'all know how we going to do. But I might just have him prove a lot of these conspiracies that he said. We might just have a conspiracy show. I don't know yet. But I appreciate everybody tuning in. I appreciate everybody, in the comment section. That is what I almost left. So, whoa, let me stop right there because I did not do that. Now, I could do this section. But before I leave and I give you my final word, let me go to Come and Talk to Me. So yeah, man, appreciate that. I hope I feel better as well. You know what I mean? Shout out to the fam, always checking in, man. Like that's how I be feeling sometimes, man. I be looking out the window like, dang, but I be missing the fam at times, but y'all know what I'm out here trying to do. So it is what it is, man. But let me get into these tweets because we had some good ones this week. And what I mean by good ones, I don't mean positive. I mean, they were saying a lot, but I just think it's funny as always because people end up doing exactly what I want them to do. And when they do exactly what I want them to do, they got to understand the way internet works and the way podcasting and things like that work. You know what I mean? Like, you got to understand that, right? So like this right here. Look at some of these things that we said. I just lost some brain cells watching this. So first of all, they didn't put watching. So I guess they were, so I guess the brain cells they lost affected their spelling. Even though I don't agree with Stephanie A. Smith, even though his name is Steven, I'm getting tired of our people coming at him. Well, sir, when you're in the public eye and you say some ridiculous statements about O.J. Simpson just because you want to try to get clicks and likes and things like that, you're going to get people going to come at you. If anything that you're saying doesn't feel genuine, people have a right to come at him. He's a public figure the same way you're in my comment section. Like, think about that. I'm getting tired of our people coming at him. Ain't our people? But you can come at me, though, right? I'm not even the guy that's getting the $120 million contract at ESPN, right? But it's completely fine to come at me, right? You know what I mean? So when you want to use the our people trope, you really, really got to think about it. But, you know, people like this are just...
the worst! Huh? The worst!
So let's keep going. Wow, you people are missing so much. That's not what he said. He said that's what fans are saying. How dumb are you all? How about you actually listen to the lyrics? Well, I don't think I need to listen to the lyrics. I don't even need to listen to the song. I'll tell you why. The fact that you commented, you understand what I'm saying? That's all I wanted you to do. Whether or not Eminem said Kendrick Lamar didn't have no bangers on his album, and if it was some type of wordplay or whatever people want to talk about when they start talking about Eminem, hey, you commented. That's all that matters. It triggered you to comment. Because if you like listening to Eminem, and some people do, and it's no disrespect to him, he's just like, you know what I mean? Like, he's got an album coming out as well, but I feel like that had something to do about it. So all I'm gonna say is, just be happy I'm talking about it. Because otherwise, if he wasn't talking about Kendrick Lamar, he wouldn't even make my show. And once again, it ain't like I got a million people watching and things like that. But it's like at the end of the day, hey, I would not have no reason to talk about Eminem unless he was talking about somebody that was whatever. So, you know, like I said,
In order to further segregate the crux of my venereal infection.
I'm right. And then the last one, this brother or sister decided to write a whole paragraph. But watch this. Once again, triggered by Eminem and the K-Dot by saying Eminem said he don't have no bangers, but here we go. He's talking from the perspective of the hater, but those who don't understand exact grammar or clear and direct intentions will never catch it. I swear artists are held back by their fans not being intelligent enough to perceive them making more dope-ish. And everyone can be smart. It's just work. I hate that our artists are destroyed for making boring things or too extreme things because the fans are dumb and don't know what they're even listening to. They just want a word on it. And sadly, y'all help prove his point. Oh, man. Well, number one, not a fan. So I don't qualify. Number two, didn't listen to the song. Why? Because I'm not a fan. Saw the quote, took the quote, put it on the show. That's what you do. You understand what I'm saying? This is what you do when you are in this space. Because let's just be honest. It's not about being accurate. You know, people try to make it seem like, oh, I listen to this person or that person because they're just so accurate. And I'm like, that's not how it goes, right? No. See, my lighting has failed me, but let's go ahead and get that back real quick. But, all right, so we must got a short in this puppy, but it's all good because we are almost to the end of the show, so it's all good. But you don't have to be accurate. Stop making it seem like everybody on YouTube is accurate because that's the problem right there. Regardless of whether he said, I don't even know it. So his fans, congratulations for you, sir, because you're saying you're a fan. So you should have understood his lyrics a lot better than I have. But, you know, to me, you know, because y'all look at Eminem like he's just the greatest ever, but
Is this your game?
yeah, I just feel like, you know, if you like it, like, yeah, I'm pulling out a thesaurus and I'm gonna come at you like a stegosaurus because I'm a dinosaur. I'm gonna eat you. Just, I'm not gonna, doesn't do anything for me. But hey, if you like it, cool. But to me,
you know what I smell? I smell butt ass. butt ass.
So, yeah, that's just my opinion. But now, like I said, let me get back to this.
And I am looking at a half-empty bottle of Cavassier, which means that we are just about out of time. But before I go, I'd like to leave you with just one more thought.
All right, so as I was about to do earlier, man, I was pretty much kind of wrapping things up because, like I said, I'm a little disappointed that StreamYard's video system is not necessarily working. So the old videos are still able to be in there, but I wasn't able to upload some of the newer things. And I guess one joke that I had tonight was about whether or not I sneezed or not. But like I said, you know, knock on wood, I've been on the show right now for 50 minutes without sneezing. So shout out to the drugs and things that I'm taking right now, and the hot and sour soup that's on the way to go ahead and hopefully knock this whatever it is out of here. You know what I mean? But real quick, man, I just wanted to just say, you know, man, I appreciate everybody tuning in. And as a man, this is the only thing that I can tell you this as advice, just something that I don't think people understand fully and completely. But as a man, being supported is a very important thing. It doesn't matter what it is, right? As a woman, as a friend, as a family member, whatever the case may be, showing support for something that somebody has, whatever their dreams, goals, aspirations, as long as it's nothing illegal or it's nothing crazy, you understand what I'm saying? Being supportive, especially the men, is very important. It sometimes can go beyond a lot of other things that a lot of people might think is important, but a man who is not being supported is going to be a very unhappy man. So I just wish people could really understand that. And it's not about, you know, not asking people to, you know, watch the show, share the show, things like that. That stuff is all great. But it's like at the end of the day, everybody wants to have their dream, right? Everybody has the dream. They see their life in a certain way. They see and they envision different things, right? And it's like, as you try to get to your dreams, it's like knowing there were people there that supported you on the upward climb means that, like I said, once you reach the mountaintop, as they say, it'll mean a lot to it, because otherwise you're more than likely going to be bitter that you weren't supported, that people didn't necessarily rock with you in the beginning. And then you got to think about it. Once you make it, if you make it by yourself, who you going to share it with? So even getting and achieving your dreams by yourself, it'll still mean something to you, but it'll mean a whole lot more if the people who built you and, you know, helped you get there are going to be there to finish it. But like I said, I've been to Kung Fu Hebrew. Y'all have a good night. I'm about to take this hot and sour soup and a couple of more drugs. I'll probably go sit in this sauna. And then after that, I am going to call it a night, man. So I appreciate everybody tuning in. And hopefully I'll see some of y'all again on Friday at 8 p.m. for the Worst Podcast. And we'll be right back here. Hopefully StreamYard will fix the video thing, because yeah, y'all know how Bird does. So if we don't have no video clips, this show might be like 15 minutes. But man, until next time, man, this has been the Saul G Show. I'm out.
Almighty, this is Stewie, boy.
LCL.